back to school drive.
Okay. How do you feel about what Kwame Brown is doing, the things he's doing in the community, the, bridging the gap, haircuts, free food, free shoes, preparing the kids to go back to school?
Well, he's bringing it back. He put some pressure on some guys who's going to come back to help their hood, because I talked to the guy yesterday. He come out and played flag football with us, so he's really a down-to-earth dude. Okay. I've never seen nobody so down-to-earth. So, it's a good thing that bring it back and get into the hood, and maybe it'll help some more players to spring the NBA to come back and start getting back to their county, their hometown.
Awesome. We appreciate you for taking the time out.
Good morning. This is just a reminder that the discipline and attendance meetings are being held in the gym for all staff members. All staff members, please make your way down to the gym. Thank you.
Yay!
That takes some principles. That takes some foundation. And guess what? Your foundation has been ruined, remember, because we already said you've been traumatized.
Just inspire. What does that mean?
My name is Justin Lynch. I come from around the Atlanta area. I live up in Decula. Drove down here last night. Got here about 1:30 in the morning, and really came down to support. So I hear Kwame talking all the time about people being connected to something, and so whenever I was hearing his message and everything, I just took it and ran with it. The connection was there. So for brothers to be able to speak, the way that he speaks, it gives people, it should be giving us inspiration to be able to do some of the things that he's doing. And I tell you, one of the most important things that I hear from Kwame is freedom. So many people, and he talks about it all the time, many people can't say what he says because they have not taken those measures to be free from corporate, free from company policy, all of these things. So therefore we always got to bite our tongue. And what we as black people need more than anything is to be able to be free, to be able to speak free to one another. What's on our mind, we can never say what's on our mind. And guess what happens when you hold that stuff in and you can't express it? You're just gonna kill yourself, because something has to come out. Something has to be brought out, because we are people that got all types of ideas. We done created and invented all these things in the earth today, but yet and still we can't speak freely. So as you was asking me, like, what do I do? So I've got a company, it's called Beyond Roofs, and I say Beyond Roofs because I do roofing, but I do everything beyond that as well. So construction, anything that's pertaining to the house. And I can probably count maybe one of 5 or 6 black business owners that actually do what I do, roofing, in the Atlanta area. But my main passion is this. So my name is Justin, and you can see what's on my sweatshirt is just inspired. And what I mean by that is because when we're talking about black men, especially black men and black women, we have a hard and difficult time speaking life into each other. So I tell my kids this all the time. When you see somebody, you have a conversation with them,
You better get out of this way!
I want you to walk away from that conversation. I want you to tell me one thing that you learned. And what that does is that it changes our mindset from looking at the flaws, looking at, brothers and sisters up and down, trying to pick them apart, but it has you to look for the greatness in them. And so that's what I do. It's a gift that has been given unto me, is to be able to see greatness in other brothers and sisters, and to be able to speak to that. speak to it in such a way because they don't see it themselves. You know, you always hear people see things in you that you don't see in yourself. But we've been taught to be prideful. We've been taught to be self-consumed, worried about us individuals and everything, that we forget about our brothers and sisters. And it's up to us to be able to speak to the greatness and to inspire our brothers and sisters and take them to a whole nother level. So that's what I'm about. I'm about, you know, just inspiring our people, young brothers, young sisters. You can do whatever you want to do, but the world has told you totally different. So that's my message, man. just to inspire people and you know, help them go to another level of thought first. If you can't see it here first, you can't create it. I tell people all the time, you don't go out and build a skyscraper, right? And you just get the materials and you go out there and just start building. You got to see it here first. But chances are somebody spoke that to you, so you see it here, then you get the blueprint together. Then you go and get other people that can put the other components together. You got to do it as a team. We always trying to do everything by ourselves, individuals. It's time for us to be able to unite, come together, and be able to build as a team. And one thing that I did learn about us is there's been, when you go back into history, we as black people, we've ruled different parts of the world, right? But we've never done it together. You know, we've got this group over here, and they're powerful, but when have we brought all of that together? And this is what the powers to be don't want to happen. They do not want us to unite. And we are peaceful people, you know, so we're not really even trying to exclude everybody else. But they know the power that we have that is within us. And so therefore they do everything to tear it down. And they utilize us to help tear it. We tear each other down without even knowing it. So we got to become aware of who we are, become aware of the greatness that we have, and man, start changing the world right now. So that's why I come down here to, you know, to support Kwame, because I hear all these people online and everything, and they talking about, oh, he didn't get this many shoes and that. It don't matter if you got one pair of shoes, if you're doing one thing. You know, like the Bible says, esteem your brother higher than yourself, right? That's the solution to the world's problems. If I look out for him and he looks out for you, and it continues to go, that's the solution. But guess what? We all worried about ourselves. We got to get past ourselves and help our brother out. And the only way you can do that is by listening, watching, observing. What does my brother need? What does my sister need? And be that person to be there to help them out. Esteem your brother higher than yourself. Esteem your sister higher than yourself. Stop warring and stop being in competition with each other. That's my message, man.
No, I don't. We're out here making shirts and teaching the kids how to make shirts.
Hi, my name is Shannon Wooden. I am the CEO and founder of NA Lab and NA Academy. Here we're out at this beautiful occasion where Kwame Brown is doing a shoe drive for the local youth from K through 12, and so we thought it would be appropriate to come out and support the mission with teaching kids how to create their own brands and businesses. So one of the ways that we can do that is teaching them how to do graphic design and print and press their own t-shirts, socks, and we even have masks here today. So all of this is a basic kind of pop-up shop scenario where we teach a little bit as they're actually performing and making their own stuff. And then that way they get inspired, they get excited about what they can physically put on their bodies, wear to school, and represent their own brand. And we know that that brand could be just as powerful as a Nike or anything else that's out there, especially when it comes from within. So that's what we're here to promote today.
So what's your location? Where do you operate from?
We're in Jacksonville, Florida. We have a training facility there in Jacksonville, but we also teach online. It's the NA Academy, and then we teach for free on YouTube, which is youtube.com/NA Lab, INNATELAB.
Okay. And what's the IG?
Instagram is Innate Lab as well, INNATELAB. We're on TikTok. We also have a private Facebook group where we teach folks how to do this sort of thing as well, and that is the Innate Creatives Facebook group. And we sell our own ink. We manufacture our own sublimation blanks. So we kind of teach a lot of different sides of the business as well as the creative side of things.
Nice.
Thank you.
Man, the colors are beautiful.
Thank you. This is our brand is actually called True Colors. So we manufacture our own sublimation ink, and it's so that you can have something that will never crack, peel, or fade. It lasts a lifetime. And you can do items from t-shirts to phone cases, socks, license plates, you name it. We probably have a substrate that we can print on, metal business cards, all of that good stuff. And then we're even teaching cut and sew now with one of my partners. So we teach cut and sew, and then also blinging. So if you're into the whole bling thing, we're teaching that combined with sublimation, and that's a pretty new thing as well. And one of the other very popular things that we're doing now are the all-over shirts without all-over big press. So with this little bitty press here and these little bitty printers here, we're able to print up tiles of 13 by 19 sheets, put them all together, and press an all-over shirt like this one is right here. So that's a process that we teach as well. And we have a template that breaks it all down for you, and an online class that teaches you that as well. And I believe this is something that the kids are really going to be into, when they can do their socks, their shirts, anything that they put on, even shoelaces. I found that, you know, we can sublimate shoelaces as well.
Wow.
And I appreciate this opportunity to share this with the kids and also with the world, to let you know what we do and how we're looking forward to empowering our communities to be entrepreneurs and to not necessarily quit, but with hopes of quitting 9 to 5s and enjoying your life with your family, creating businesses and enterprise with your family. That's our goal.
Social media influence, through relationships, through connections, personal connections that you made in life. What are some of the steps that you follow that you can give to those that want to walk in your footsteps to accomplish these goals, to keep this initiative going on if not every day, every week, every month? Sowing that seed that you're sowing today. What are a few steps that you can say we can do?
I would say don't get discouraged. You know, there's going to be detractors, there's going to be people that's against what you're trying to do, but just focus on the children. It's a lot of adults, broken adults that's going to come with their opinion. I just focus on the children. As long as the children are getting what they need and what I set out to accomplish, that's all that matters.
Now, you got a lot of pushback. We were following you on IG Live, YouTube Live, Instagram, everything, social media. You got a lot of pushback for coming out in the community, voicing your opinion. You get a lot of pushback for voicing your opinion and kind of putting away some.
I get pushback. Where is that?
you get a lot of pushback. But the thing is, a lot of the subjects that you talk about runs through the minds of everyday people like us. You know what I mean? What makes you so courageous at this point to say enough is enough, it's time to stand up, and it's time to inspire somebody else?
I don't think it's courageous. I just ask the question, what makes other people don't speak up? And I think it's company policy. And I spoke about it on my podcast. If everybody's feeling the same way, what's making you stay silent? That's the better question.
Wow. We you served over 6,000 students in your community. Free haircuts, free this, you know. You also have created what's called a Riff app that is empowering business owners.
Well, I didn't create it. I'm just a part of it.
You're also a part of that, an influencer of that. Tell us about that app and what inspired that to come about to create that content.
Well, it's just a platform that you can bring multiple people together. You can talk on there. You can stream music. It's a great platform for rappers and people who dig music and beats, because whoever you have in your room, you can get an AdSense or a stream for having that in your, for having those people in your room.
I got it. Okay. All right. And with that Riff app, we was talking to one of the other young ladies. She's a part of the Riff app. She was talking about business owners can actually connect. You guys have farmers in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have you got business owners across the country. You know what I mean? And you know, we get on Facebook to do our thing. But Riff kind of created a different lane.
Yeah.
Tell us an aspect from an entrepreneur aspect. How does this app empower entrepreneurs and business owners?
Because it allows you to show and prove, and it allows you to connect in your conference space. You know, people are sitting there drinking on their couch, and they'll jump up and they'll show their business, they'll show what they're doing. So it's a way for you to showcase yourself and touch people that you wouldn't necessarily touch. I had Angela Stanton on. I'm going to have Judge Brown on. I had several people talking to me, and you know, was able to come up on my YouTube channel. So this RIP can connect people together, and that's what it's about, sharing information.
Awesome. Let me ask you this, Brunswick, Georgia. Gun violence. Gang activity. What is the plan to bring it to a halt?
You can't really, I don't know how to bring it to a halt per se, but to me it starts with the home, it starts with the foundation. When you build a building up, you have to start with the infrastructure, and then you start with the foundation after the infrastructure. There's levels to it. When the kids pick up a gun, something went wrong a long time ago. And then you got to figure out how to correct that. So you can't ask people to do something that other people haven't been doing. So you got to start at the ground level with the kids. That's why I focus on the kids.
You emphasized in one of your interviews on YouTube today, earlier, about, you know, the rich people. You emphasized earlier today about, you know, people who get it together, they got their house wrapped around the porch. You talked about that versus those who don't have the house wrapped around the porch, getting back to trying to get there. How do we bridge that gap, and how do we get both sides?
You got to turn the TV off. We got a lot of people that complain that they don't have money. I have cousins that own over 25 pairs of Jordans. I have cousins that own over 100 pairs of Jordans. All of that is capital. The Hermes belts and the things that we have to wear to feel important is the things that you could be saving for your future. So it's not about all the complaining, it's about getting a plan together and executing that plan.
We have a case coming up. People are gathered. Nationwide story with a mod will be happening coming up October 23rd. It can happen to any young black man. What do you say to the changes that have been made on a political level that may affect young black men in his position?
I didn't see any changes. If you can tell me what they were, then I can talk about it, but I didn't see any changes. I saw a statue. On the side, I'm gonna wear this on the show. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
But I want to give that
Here, Journey.
You want to get a picture of me?
That's crazy, man.
That dude looking at him like, man, he tore up. I said, please excuse my friend, he's drunk. Oh, let's do it. Oh, love your energy. You want to turn that around? You want it like that? There you go.
And she full of energy.
So sweet. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Hold it kind of at the top. Yeah. Hold it.
Like this.
Yep.
So just don't bend over. So don't bend over. That's great.
That's an actor right now.
That's an actor
Yeah, she
right
ready. You did a good job, Mom. Oh, thank you.
I like it, Mama. Dang right.
I'm gonna show this on.
She told.
She ready.
She is so tall.
Man, I gotta get this young girl on
What
camera.
we talking about?
I want my picture on Snapchat. I gotta get me a picture. I want my picture with you.
She came with the spunk.
I love her.
Got the different flavors in there now.
Yeah, I know. Make sure I spell that right. Hey, baby, check me out now. I'll just make sure my thumb's there right. Hold on. Bam. Got it.
Got the ends in there, the loopers.
Yeah.
You ain't got a looper. You got a pass.
Damn, that's why I put 2 eyes on it, boy. I do need glasses.
You definitely need glasses.
For sure, I had to detach that. Oh man, she's
She definitely has
She on TikTok. Yes, she be on TikTok. I know she be on TikTok. Yes, she be on TikTok.
Y'all from here?
Miami. I gotta turn my Wi-Fi thing on.
We ain't got no Wi-Fi.
Yes, I do, but that Wi-Fi ain't gonna pocket.
You too down battle like that. You gotta carry your own Wi-Fi.
Gotta carry my own Wi-Fi around. You made the hand sanitizer?
Yes, I do. I make them myself, and they're all natural organic.
You selling them?
Yes, I do.
How much they is?
They're only starting at $4.99.
This little girl is amazing.
Good matter of fact,
This is why the
you give me.
adults are scared of these kids. I want to introduce y'all to this young lady. Can you tell them your name?
Oh, yes. My name is Star, and I'm a young entrepreneur, and I sell hand sanitizers. And they're all natural and organic, and they contain 50% tea tree oil and organic honey. And they moisturize your hands, and it smells delicious. Actually, the name of the scent is called Lemon Love.
Lemon Love. Let's see the website and everything.
Yes, it's loopersloafers.com, spelled right here, LOOPPERSLOAFERS.com.
Can I get one?
Somebody get her some money.
Can I get one?
Yeah, we got to buy some of this right now. Somebody give me some money to get her up. She got a cash app. You have a cash app? I'm a cash app you.
Okay, it's $ child homeschool number 8. Thank you very much.
I'm for the cash app.
All right.
Oh, the cash app right here. This is the cash app, guys.
You got to support it.
I got to support this little
Hell of a salesman.
This is amazing.
To be that
You better
young.
make you a YouTube. Mom, you did a great job.
Give me one.
She did.
Just give me one.
Mom did a great job.
No change. You keep it.
You talking about no change? Yeah, man, I'm in the cash.
Get Kwame one. Get Kwame one. Get Kwame one. That's the cameraman one. Get both of them one. There you go, sweetie.
Thank you, ma'am.
There you go.
It's so
And
full
now
of
get
energy.
you one. And give him one, sweetie.
Y'all make sure
It's
y'all
there right
support
there
this
beside
young
her.
lady.
There you go.
She is out here. This is what an entrepreneur looks like. He's out here making
So both of y'all got one.
Appreciate it.
Yes,
amazing.
sir.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, bro.
You see that right there? Good, bro. You gonna talk that with a limit?
This is amazing. This look good. This is why they scared of the kids.
Oh, children are the future.
Yes.
Yes.
He was a grown up. I was like, oh man, I had to get myself together. How you doing, ma'am? What is that?
This smells so good. I'm gonna spray it in my car. Yeah, sometimes I get a lemon, like fresh lemon.
Do you got any other talent? You got all kind of talent. TikTok.
Actually, I don't have TikTok, but I do have a website which I already gave you and a Cash App. But I also would like to tell everybody something else, which is very important. So the sanitizers that I gave you, it's a little side hustle that I do, to help my community and protect them against any other germs. But it's a vehicle to another program that I do called Kids Teaching Kids. And it's basically where you can hop onto my website and get a 45-minute lesson. We do, you know, the regular math, science, reading, and writing, all that type of stuff. But the thing that makes mine unique is that it's all African-centered. Yes, and I teach it myself. So, honestly, I think it's better to, well, not better, but more complex to learn, you know, from a child than an adult, because sometimes when children learn from adults, they may think that they're, you know, they're actually learning and their mind already shuts down, like, I don't want to do work. But it feels like they're having a friend if I teach them, because I'm a child just like them. So that's kind of, you know, that's kind of the concept that I came up with, and I make my sanitizers to help grow that program. So, just to let everybody know, if you do support me, you support that program as well. Yes, thank you.
Great job. Great job. Great job. Yes. Did a great job.
And that was a great presentation. She stole the show. She stole the show.
We need to feature her on the next. She's a motivational speaker for the next show.
Hey, listen, she has to be a motivational speaker after the match.
That is exactly what I've been talking about on my YouTube.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, so I'm a child prodigy. I said that on my channel. This girl is amazing. Yes, already. She made it.
She about had me in tears because you don't fuck with children.
Right.
Like,
You did a great job.
well, it's people like you are amazing. You are going to be such great things in life. Very great things. You're absolutely
right. Oh, man, he bigger than you.
hard. Now look at it.
What's going on?
You keep teaching kids. We need
No,
more
I don't
kids
eat all
like
that. Oh, I ain't gonna let everybody else see that. Man, you did a great job.
Support a great cause and a great program. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Give me a high five. Now, I'm a sanitizer. That's that. I told y'all some child prodigies out here. Y'all she talk better than me. No, don't you be telling nobody. Don't be picking on me like that. Don't you be picking on me like that.
No, but the people like Kwame is good, right?
Look at her. She's grown.
I was very excited to meet you. I'm finally glad that I had a chance to.
Thank you. I'm glad I had a chance to meet you.
Awesome.
What? Man.
She stole the show. Right. I was excited that
Oh, she loved my show. You gotta say that one time. You gotta say
that. I love Mr. Kwame's song. Give him a taste of Mama's cookie.
Man, thank you. Shout out to Self-Talk. Get a little taste of Mama's cookie.
I do love that song.
Oh, man. They you
I
I got you. Nice to meet you, too.
All right. Well, thank you. Bye-bye.
Man. Y'all made me wet, I'm sure.
point. I ain't know that. It's all good though, man. But they got we got a new district attorney. We got black elected officials. You know, we marched around the city. Everybody wanted somebody black in office. Everybody wanted to be changed.
But why though? I don't understand what the color is going to be. We need somebody who's right.
What can we do to create economic change? And be political change?
It's simple. We vote people in every 2 years. If you haven't done what you say you're going to do in 2 years, you're out. We vote our friends. We vote who we like. We vote who sound the best instead of who gets the result.
KHB Building Bridges Foundation that you started. What does that look like in the future? And what can we expect as community coming from that aspect?
To be continued.
Thank you, Kwame. We appreciate you taking out the time. Shout out to Kwame Brown, former NBA player.
Kwame Brown, Bus Life, go and join that.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Get Kwame one. Get Kwame one. That's the camera.
Let's go look at them like. I said, please don't think my friend is wrong. Turn it around, like that. That's an actor right there. Yeah, she ready.
That they didn't talk for me and tell you how I thought and tell me what they thought I was thinking, and they put the narrative out. And they doing that to all your sons. They don't let us talk. But what I actually said was, I leaned into the mic and I thought about it. I said, it's a great opportunity and, to have some finances, but I think I can help so many other people. See, you can't lie on a motherfucker that's been real his whole life. It's an evil machine out here. See, they hid my mama's cooking. Boy, she put this seasoning on this shit here. And you motherfuckers saw my mama's cooking. And you said, oh, we got to destroy that shit. Yeah, you think I'm crazy just because I don't talk like you, nigga. Ain't nothing crazy about my mama's son. You just a trained bitch. Hey, look here. Ouchie. My mama's cooking.